All right, let's dive in. We're going to look at a single tweet that honestly might have just changed the future of driving as we know it. It's this wild story about the ultimate test of trust in AI. And it all starts with one of the most famous people in tech taking a ride that, well, it could have gone very, very wrong. So let's get right into it. Okay, so picture this. We're on the busy streets of Austin, Texas. And you can forget about some controlled lab test, right? No, no, no. This was a live, high-stakes demonstration of AI out in the wild. And it really wasn't just a test drive. You gotta understand, this was a public declaration of absolute faith in the machine. And here it is. This is the tweet that just sent shockwaves through the entire tech world. Think about it. Elon Musk, a guy who has a massive personal security detail, just decides to put his own life on the line. He's trusting his company's AI to drive him around a city with no human safety driver. This is not some marketing stunt, folks. This is the ultimate vote of confidence.
And that really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? I mean, what level of trust does it take for you to sit in a 2-ton metal box, flying through a city with nothing but code at the wheel? It's the ultimate trust fall, for sure. And it's a huge signal that Tesla thinks they've hit a major, major breakthrough.
So what does this all mean, really? Well, it means the whole conversation is shifting. We are moving way past the idea of beta testing. We're entering an era of proven, real-world capability. Tesla is basically saying, hey, our AI has graduated. The human babysitter? Yeah, not needed anymore. Okay, so Musk taking a joyride is a pretty compelling story on its own, right? But what gives it real weight, real credibility, is how the top AI experts reacted. And that brings us to this really fascinating idea, something called the physical Turing Test. Now, this isn't just some random opinion from the internet. This comes from Dr. Jim Fan. He's a senior AI scientist at NVIDIA, one of the companies right at the heart of this whole AI revolution. And his takeaway is just, wow. He's saying the AI is now so good, it actually feels human. And this just illustrates the concept perfectly. So you've probably heard of the classic Turing test, right? It's all about conversation. Can an AI fool you into thinking it's human just by chatting? Well, the physical Turing test takes that idea and applies it to the real world. Can a robot's actions, like driving a car, be so smooth, so natural that you can't tell it apart from a person? And, according to Dr. Fan, Tesla's there. They've done it.
Dr. Fan also points out something super interesting about how we adapt to this stuff. At first, it's just pure magic, right? Watching the steering wheel move all by itself feels surreal. But then, almost overnight, it just becomes normal. And then the final step? It becomes essential. The idea of going back to the old way? It feels like giving up a superpower. Okay, but this is where the story takes a turn. We go from just incredible engineering to a really mind-bending philosophical question. I mean, if an AI can master the physical world so perfectly that it feels human, what does that say about its own inner world? Are we actually on the path to creating a new kind of consciousness?
And look, Musk himself leans right into this idea. He's very specific with his language. He doesn't just say the AI is getting better or improving. No, he says he can sense the sentience maturing. That word, sentience, that implies awareness, maybe even feeling. It goes way beyond just simple code. And that is a bold claim, and for a lot of people, a pretty unsettling one. So to really wrap our heads around this, we kind of need to look at the two big ways AI is developing. On one hand, you've got AI like chatbots. They don't have bodies, they just learn from tons and tons of text. But on the other hand, you have embodied AI, like Tesla's FSD. It learns by actually interacting with the physical world. Its teacher isn't language, it's the laws of physics. So here's the core argument. To truly understand the world, maybe an AI needs to actually exist in it. Think about it. A chatbot knows the word rain because it's read it a billion times. But in embodied AI, it actually feels the tires lose traction on a wet road. And that physical grounding, some people are arguing, might be the secret sauce, the key ingredient for developing real intelligence, and yeah, maybe even sentience. Okay, so if this technology is really getting this good, what does that mean for all of us in the long run? Because the endgame for self-driving, it's not just about convenience, right? It's about creating a future where our roads are radically, fundamentally safer. And the claim right now is pretty mind-blowing, that FSD is already a better driver than half the people out there on the road. But here's the real kicker. You and I, we get older, we get distracted, we have bad days. The AI, It's just on a constant, unstoppable path of getting better and better.
And this is the roadmap they're looking at. The goal isn't just to be a little better than the average driver. No way. It's to be better than the best human drivers. Then to be 99% safer. And then 99.9% safer. I mean, they're aiming for a level of safety that we humans, with all our distractions and flaws, could just never, ever hope to achieve.
So, what happens when AI drivers are just proven to be that much safer? Well, there's this really powerful analogy that's been thrown around: horse farms for cars. I mean, think about it. People still ride horses today, right? But it's for fun. You don't see them commuting down the freeway on one. The idea is that human driving could become just that: a hobby, something you do on a racetrack, but not on public roads just for safety's sake. And the reasons why the shift might just be inevitable, they're pretty compelling. An AI is never tired, it's never drunk, it's never looking at its phone. And every single Tesla on the road is constantly feeding its experience back to a central brain. That means the system is learning from millions and millions of miles of driving every single day. The potential to save lives it's just astronomical. So what all of this really suggests is that we are standing at a historic crossroads. Seriously. For the entire history of the car, a human behind the wheel was the safest bet. We are now witnessing the exact moment that whole equation starts to flip. We're stepping into an era where the robots, they're going to be the safer drivers.
And that leaves us with one last pretty provocative question to think about. Once the data is undeniable, right? Once AI drivers are proven to be just orders of magnitude safer than we are, will we even have a choice? Will letting a human drive on a public road just become a thing of the past? It's a future that might be getting here a whole lot faster than any of us think.